has the power to tell stories, preserve culture, and connect communities. And a new collaboration between Quad City Arts and Mercado on 5th is doing just that.
Yes, it is called Visions and Voices, a celebration of Hispanic artists. It's a group exhibition that invites Hispanic and Latin artists from around our region to showcase their work.
Yeah, here with the details on the showcase and the meaning behind it is Frances Williams, the executive director of Mercado on 5th, and QC Arts Visual Arts Director Don Wolford-Metello. Thank you both for joining us today.
Thank you.
What a neat collaboration. So Don, this exhibit opens up in this fall. So tell us where the idea came from and talk a little more about this collaboration.
Well, the idea came from part of our mission at Quad City Arts is not just to help artists who are already established as artists, but to help people that they may not even know they're artists. Some people just like to paint or draw or create things, and to help them understand that they have talent, they have skills, and there's a way that they could share them with the public and then maybe even turn that into money. They could sell their work. So this is a way, and we felt that a lot of Hispanic artists especially are not aware of what we do. So this would be a way to share with them what we do and have this opportunity and teach them the skills to go from the here's my art to how do you get this in a gallery, here's the steps.
Yeah, and that was kind of one of our questions, was why it was so important for QC Arts to partner with Mercado on 5th on a project like this. I wanted to ask you, Frances, you know, how people can really experience Hispanic culture through art. We've got a couple of examples around us here that are all very different, but in your words, how would you say that we can experience that?
Yeah, part of our mission at Mercado on 5th is to celebrate our Latin culture. And last year we started a little rinconcito de arte, a little art corner. And these are some examples of the artists, Hispanic artists that are from our community. Charlize Cardenas, Nelly Cortez, and Victor Granados. Victor in particular is folk art focused on like kind of the paper mache type style, but he also does these amazing Katrinas. So if you go to the Figge Art Museum, he has a beautiful Marnock butterfly Katrinas on exhibit there.
Cool. So Art Corner, this is something that we can experience year-round at Mercado?
Yeah, you can actually come down this Friday and take a look and see these same artists.
Awesome. So Don, how do artists get involved with this exhibition coming up this fall?
Well, we have a call for entry on our website, and they can fill out an application, but we're going to work together on these classes.
Oh, great.
So if people need help interpreting the directions for the call for entry, or they're going to learn how to take photographs of their work so they can submit it. If they have questions about how to frame work, we're going to walk them through all those steps so that they can successfully apply.
So next Thursday, August 7th at 5:30, we have an open to the public option for people to come in and learn about what is this exhibit about.
Oh, cool.
What does it take to, you know, really show your artwork in a professional gallery? That's not something that's intuitive to any of us, right? So this is a great opportunity just to learn about the process and then be ready for that September 15th application deadline.
Okay, good. And we'll remind people of that afterward. And just on the screen a few minutes ago, we had a lot of those guidelines for submission. So Don, who is eligible? What are some things that we need to keep in mind if we're considering submitting work?
This is local and regional, so the artist needs to live within 250 miles of the Quad Cities. And we are, this is specifically for adults, so 18 and over. And that's really their only restrictions. We're very open to different kinds of media. It could be sculpture, it could be video, really whatever people want to create.
And these are folks too with Hispanic and Latin backgrounds as well. We want to make sure that you know, that's the primary focus. So even if you are somebody who maybe works in that realm but you don't have that background, you know, it's really important, I think, to reiterate that this is for a specific group of folks to be able to get out there and show their work.
I mean, we have such an amazing community of Hispanics here in the Quad Cities. So much history. In fact, the Putnam Museum is another amazing community partner that has a really great Hispanic exhibit of the history. So the more that you can educate yourself, you know, the better. But what I'm hoping is that we see some of our artists realize that they've got resources, they've got support right here locally, so that they don't have to go elsewhere. they can come here. We are a cultural and artist hub right here in the
Yes.
Quad Cities.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is very evident based on the guests that we have on our show. So
Yeah.
it's also important to point out that there's no entry level fee or entry fee to get into
Yeah.
this exhibit, and you provide the support for both English and Spanish. So why is that such an important element in this new exhibition?
Yeah, dual language in particular, I think, is really important. You know, some people we all learn differently, right?
Yeah. Right.
But I think when you're studying something and learning something for the first time in the language of your heart, it's much easier to learn. And that's what we want to make sure that we have accessible, so that people can understand, here are the opportunities, and if you have a talent, like, let's grow that here, right here in the Quad Cities.
Yeah, very special. And Don, you already touched on this a few minutes ago, just a little bit, but can you tell us more about the selection process, how that's going to work, what the jury is going to be looking for when they start to get artwork submitted, and how they'll kind of make some of those choices? I mean, I know you're not going to fully know until you get there,
Right.
but you know, you've been through this process before with other exhibitions and things like that. So how does it all work?
Well, we have a committee made up of, mostly they are local instructors at area colleges.
Okay.
Some of them are professional artists themselves, so they've been through this process with their own work, so they kind of know. And we have a list of criteria. We're looking for quality, we're looking for vision. People have a unique, something they want to say that they say through their artwork. And it'll be, you know, the whole committee will be scoring and choosing the people as a group. And Quad City Art staff, we stay out of that part of it because we want it to be very objective.
You're facilitators,
Yes.
but
Yes.
you're not
Yes.
doing that part. Okay.
Yeah, and I mean, Francis, this really lines up well with your mission to celebrate Hispanic culture here in the Quad Cities.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, and I also think it's an opportunity for artists. Like, we're in a unique time in history, right? And I think that there's so many artists that have so much to say through their art, and that can be really healing on multiple levels. So it'll be really exciting to see those people that come forward. And I just want people to know that they are supported. You know, that there are resources, and they're not alone in, you know, taking this next step to be part of this exhibition.
Good message.
Yeah, it is. And even more than that, Don, I mean, this is a really great opportunity for first-time artists or people that have never been through this before.
Right.
There's going to be a lot of guidance here, and they're not going to be left out. They're not going to be left confused. This is, you know, for a first time of submitting artwork, this is the way to do it, truly.
Right.
Yeah, it sounds great. Okay, so Visions and Voices, a celebration of Hispanic artists. It runs from October 10th through December 5th at Quad City Arts Rock Island Gallery.
Yes, for artists looking to showcase their work, the submission deadline is Monday, September 15th, so plenty of time, but it'll go quick.
Yeah.
If you want to learn more, you can visit the call for entries page at quadcityarts.com. Dawn and Francis, thank you so much, and we'll have to go out there here this fall and check things out.
Absolutely.
Seems like a really neat opportunity for artists in our community.
Yeah.